We must move on to Desolation, which is 11 minutes long. Wow. How do I go to the go back to the lyrics? Oh, there we are.
They're selling postcards of the hanging. They're painting the passports brown. The beauty parlor is filled with sailors. The circus is in town. Here comes the blind commissioner. They've got him in a trance. One hand is tied to the tightrope walker. The other is in his pants. And the riot squad, they're restless. They need somewhere to go. As Lady and I look out tonight from Desolation Road. Cinderella, she seems so easy. It takes one to know one, she smiles.
I don't know what we talking about. I know it's long, and you're like, you're pulling it back? Yes. Also, there are 3 viewers, 2 other people here with me. Hello, folks. It's lovely to see you here this evening. The guitar is incredible.
They're selling postcards of the hanging. They're painting the passports brown. The beauty parlor is filled with sailors. The circus is in town. Here comes the blind commissioner. They've got him in a trance. One hand is tied to the tightrope walker. The other is in his pants. And the riot squad, they're restless. They need somewhere to go. As Lady and I look out tonight from Desolation Road. Cinderella, she seems so easy. It takes one to know one, she smiles and puts her hands in her back pocket, Betty Davis style. And in comes Romeo, he's moaning, you belong to me, I believe. And someone says, you're in the wrong place, my friend, you'd better leave. And the only sound that's left after the ambulances go is Cinderella sweeping up on Desolation Road. Now the moon is almost hidden. The stars are beginning to hide. The fortune-telling lady has even taken all her things inside, all except for Cain and Abel and the hunchback of Notre Dame. Everybody is making love or else expecting rain. And the good Samaritan, he's dressing, he's getting ready for the show. He's going to the carnival tonight on Desolation Road. Ophelia, she's neath the window. For her I feel so afraid. 22nd birthday. She already is an old maid. To her, death is quite romantic. She wears an iron vest. Her profession's her religion. Her sin is her lifelessness. And though her eyes are fixed upon Noah's great rainbow, she spends her time peeking into Desolation Row. Einstein disguised as Robin Hood, with his memories in a trunk, passed this way an hour ago with his friend, a jealous monk. Now he looked so immaculately frightful as he bummed a cigarette. Then he went off sniffing drain pipes and reciting the alphabet. You would not think to look at him, but he was famous long ago for playing the electric violin on Desolation Row. Dr. Filth, he keeps his world inside of a leather cup, but all his sexless patients, they are trying to blow it up. Now his nurse, some local loser, she's in charge of the cyanide hole, and she also keeps the cards that read, "Have mercy on his soul." They all play on the penny whistle, you can hear them blow. If you lean your head out far enough from Desolation Row. Across the street, they've nailed the curtains. They're getting ready for the feast. The Phantom of the Opera in a perfect image of a priest. Here are spoon-feeding Casanova to get him to feel more assured. Then they'll kill him with self-confidence after poisoning him with words. And the Phantom shouting to skinny girls, "Get out of here if you don't know." Casanova is just being punished for going to Desolation Row. At midnight, all the agents and the superhuman crew come out and round up everyone that knows more than they do. Then they bring them to the factory where the heart attack machine is strapped across their shoulders, and then the kerosene is brought down from the castles by insurance men who go check to see that nobody is escaping to Desolation Row. Praise be to
I just had to pause to tell you that 7 minutes and 49 seconds in, I don't know where we're at. I don't know what we're talking about. If you thought I was comprehending and getting everything, I have to inform you that I am not. I'm not. But let's keep on going. Maybe it'll make sense to me later on when I revisit parts.
heroes knows Neptune. The Titanic sails at dawn. Everybody's shouting, which side are you on? And Ezra Pound and T.S. Eliot fighting in the captain's tower, while calypso singers laugh at them and fishermen hold flowers. Between the windows of the sea where lovely mermaids flow, and nobody has to think too much about Desolation Road. Yes, I received your letter yesterday, about the time the doorknob broke, when you asked me how I was doing. Was that some kind of joke? All these people that you mentioned, yes, I know them, they're quite lame. I had to rearrange their faces and give them all another name. Right now, I can't read too good. Don't send me no more letters, no. Not unless you mail them from Desolation Road.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the end of the album. Desolation Row. What does Desolation Row mean? I don't know. It was like so much going on, so many different like touch points across history and time and events. They're selling postcards of the hanging, which seems like some sort of glorification of something terrible. They're painting the passports brown. What does that mean? Government officials have brown passports on blue passports. Have additional mobility, painting your passports brown. I see. Okay. Okay. The beauty parlor is full of sailors. The circus is in town. Where did I go? Here comes the blind commissioner. They've got him in a trance, and the riot squad. Cinderella, she seems so easy. Takes one to no one. She smiles and puts her hands in her back pockets. You're in the wrong place, my friend. You'd better leave. And the only song that's left that Cinder sweeping up on Desolation. You guys are gonna have to tell me what this means. Because, like, honestly, like, I feel like what I'm getting from this more than anything is just like, the different touch points in history, yes, the different kind of storytelling in different verses. What are they saying? The line has two meanings. The three black men who were hung in Duluth in 1920 mentioned in the opening lyrics had literally arrived in town as part of a circus. I see. The circus is in town, also a common phrase to mean that a group of people have gone insane and are acting crazy. But like, how does it tie into what he's saying? Three black men in Duluth. The men were employed by a traveling circus and had been accused of raping a white woman. On the night of June 15, 1920, they were moved from custody and hanged on the corner of First Street and Second Avenue. Photos of the lynching were sold as postcards. Duluth was. Why are people so stupid? Humans are they are so disappointing. Why would you do that? I just like, the species of man, they do things that baffle. Mm, no, sir. Boy, oh boy. Photos of the lynching were sold as postcards. Duluth was Bob Dylan's birthplace at the time of the lynching. Dylan's father, Abram Zimmerman, was 8 years old and lived 2 blocks from the scene of the lynchings. He passed the story on to his son. This line could also be seen as a reference to William Blake's piece Al Negro, handed by the rib, a Negro handed by the ribs. The unbearable striking image was an icon of abolitionism, and Dylan would no doubt have detected the tragic parallels of Blake's time and his own. They were painting the passports brown, the beauty parlor is filled with sailors. I mean, the circus in town comes the blind commissioner, they got him in a trance, cruelly tricked the blind commissioner into walking across a tightrope with his hand in his pants. Like, what are we talking about? To me, this is not saying that. It's saying that this commissioner is is actually in such a state where not only is he blind, so he's unable to see the truth, but he's been hypnotized. So now he's tight roping and he has a hand in his path. Not that, what did they say? Cruelly tricked him? No, like it's kind of like he's not paying attention. Like he's just being manipulated. And that's because he's a fool, I guess. They need somewhere to go as Lady and I look out tonight from Desolation Row. Is Desolation Row meant to be like some sort of like a safe place or like a good place? Seems so easy, it takes one to know one. She smiles and puts her hands in Romeo moaning, been in the wrong place. Cinderella sweeping up on Desolation Row. I don't know what the song means. Even taking all things, her things inside, all except for Cain and Abel and the Hunchback of Notre, making love. You gotta tell me, like, one, you've gotta explain what the song means. Two, you've gotta explain to me why it's your favorite. Leave the handle of the person who said that is asshat. I'm sorry, I'm not kind to call you an asshat, but why is this your favorite and what does it mean? Because I feel like it's escaping my head. It's like I feel like there's like a bunch of different things being said, but I don't know. Okay, I feel like she is neath the window. For her, I feel so afraid. On her 22nd birthday, she's already an old maid. To her, death is quite romantic, so she kills herself. So it's like snippets of stories. So now I know what the first story means. The second story, I don't know. It's interesting because we're mixing two fictional characters. Romeo is Romeo fictional? Romeo and Juliet, right? Shakespeare, right? Right. We had a very similar story in Jamaica called Lover's Leap, where two lovers, two slaves that were forbidden from being together, killed themselves. And so, yeah, sometimes I mix these things up and I'm like, which one is not real and which one is. But mixing together Cinderella and Romeo and making her seem kind of like an easy girl or whatever is interesting because again she's still cleaning and sweeping. The moon is almost hidden. The stars are beginning to hide. The fortune-telling lady has even taken all her things inside. Except Cain and Abel and the hunchback. Everyone is making love or else expecting rain. And the Good Samaritan, he's dressing. He's getting ready for the show. He's going to the carnival tonight on Desolation Row. does that mean? What does that mean? Is it like a collision of worlds, like into this place? This place, do we all come from that, or like what does that mean? Because like we're talking Cain and Abel, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, we're talking Cinderella, we're talking, you know what I'm saying? Einstein was brought up. We're talking about Ophelia. Her sin is her lifelessness, and though her eyes are fixed upon those great rainbows, she just spends her time peeking into Desolation Row. Is Desolation? What is that? Okay, I don't know what I mean. I feel like there are a lot of tracks on this that seem to like tie in this idea of like a safe haven or some sort of like relief, like some place for you to go. And like Desolation Row is feeling like that, like either a destination or some place where all these people come from and eventually want to go back to. Though, it doesn't really, the name doesn't sound like something that should be good, but that's how it feels like what it is. Like it feels like that's what it is. He's just being punished for going to Desolation Row. During the time that I was writing this, counterculture has gained a strong foothold in America, particularly among the youth. But what does it mean? I feel like I'm getting like bits and pieces of different parts of the verses, but I'm not understanding everything. I'm so sorry if I've let you down or I've disappointed you. I enjoyed the song. Um, as usual, I've enjoyed the storytelling. I think, like, for me, I'm kind of bummed that I'm not really like tying together the meaning of everything or like what it all represents, but I really enjoyed it. Like, it was a good album. I feel like my favorites from the album, you want to know? Just like Tom Thumb's Blues. It takes a lot to laugh. It takes a train to cry from a Buick 6, though I wish it was which mixed differently. Those are my top three. No, no, no. Wait. Wait, no, no. Wait, wait, wait. Just like Tom Thumbs, it takes a lot to laugh and a train to cry. Probably Queen Jane approximately. Yeah. Those are my favorites for now. That will probably change. Oh yeah. Those are my favorites. I had a good time with this. Ah.
When you're lost in the rain in Juarez, when it's Easter time too, and your gravity.
I love that song. Listen, let me listen to like that is great. The instrumentation is great.
They're selling postcards of the hanging. They're painting the passports brown. The beauty parlor is filled with sailors. The circus is in town. Here comes the blind commissioner. They've got him in a trance. One hand is tied to the tightrope walker. The other is in his pants. And the riot squad, they're restless. They need somewhere to go. As Lady and I look out tonight from Desolation Road.
I feel like if I wasn't trying to understand the song, I'd enjoy it more. And what's interesting is just before this, when I heard Tom Thumb's Blues, I was like, I don't care about understanding it. I just want to enjoy it. But because of how long this song is, and because of like all the things that are mentioned in the different touch points, I feel challenged to try to understand it, and that's just what I want to do. So I'll probably spend some time checking the different things and seeing what the references are and seeing how it comes together. I'm sure you'll help me out so that I can understand it. But I really hope you enjoyed the album reaction with me. I had a good time. I think after this, there's some other stuff we're gonna do. We're gonna listen to some music. We're gonna watch the different parts of the other parts of No Direction Home. Um, and then I think after that, we should be ready for Blonde on Blonde. Let me know if I'm mixing that up. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry that I didn't like totally understand Desolation Row. I liked it. It sounds great, but like of course, like my mind is now fixated on a puzzle and I don't like when I don't fully understand things. Like it really like bugs me. So now I'm gonna be here trying to understand it, but then the notes don't really do such a great job of helping me understand it, and I'm just in a the notes don't do a terrible job. And there's no background on this track either. Oh, oh wait, there is. The ninth and final track on Bob Dylan's highly acclaimed Highway 61 revisited Desolation Row is a perfect closer, running at just over 11 minutes to sum up every topic discussed in the album in one song. Is that true? There have been many ideas as to what Desolation Row actually is, whether a place, a group, or just a figment of imagination, but the closest interpretation, without a doubt, is that Desolation Row is a state of mind achieved with cleverness and a degree of intelligence. This is most evident in verse 8, where it opens with the lines, "At midnight, all the agents and the superhuman crew come out and round up everyone who knows more than they do," and closes with, "By insurance men who go check to see that nobody is escaping to Desolation Row." Oh, that's pretty, yeah, I can see that. Interpretation of Desolation Row being linked with intelligence can be shown in this verse alone, and it may be supported with the analysis of other verses. When asked what Desolation Row is, Bob Dylan responded, as he usually does, with not a clear and always changing answer, even stating that it was somewhat down the border in one of the interviews. Well, that does not help. Hmm. Don't send me no more letters, no. Not until you mail them from Desolation Row. I don't know. Is it intelligence? It could mean a bunch of different things. Intelligence is probably what Desolation Row is in verse 8. Perhaps Desolation Row changes as the verses, you know what I'm saying, in each verse. Like, what is it? What is your refuge per the problem? Like, Ophelia's Desolation Row is death, right? This Desolation Row is what? What is that? What is that? I don't know what it is. That's since they need somewhere to go. As the lady and I look out from Desolation Row. I don't know. I don't know what it means. It's a beautiful song. But of course, just like Garden of Eden, if I don't understand it, I feel like it just takes away a little bit from my enjoyment of the song. But that's just on me, isn't it? It is. It is. I don't need to try to solve everything, though it's hard to not try to do that. All right, guys. I feel kind of disappointed. I'm disappointed because I didn't understand it fully. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh boy. Well, I really hope you enjoyed the journey of Highway 61 Revisited, and let me know where we go from here. I have some songs that were recommended that I need to actually go back to and listen to. So there's a lot coming, and I'm really enjoying this Bob Dylan journey so far. It's been a rewarding experience. The first thing I heard from Bob Dylan was Masters of War, and I thought he was an old man. I was like, this old man is so wise, only to find out that it's a young man, little boy, just saying all these things and just with all this wisdom. And it's been, as I said earlier, a very rewarding experience to discover that beyond this wisdom and all these different things is also this kind of like silliness, this kind of whimsy or wonder. Um, it's just through and through an excellent experience, and I've just been having a good time. So I'm excited to continue going down this path with you, and yeah, we'll see. Maybe what comes next this week is another part of NDH, and we can keep on going and getting deeper and deeper into this Bob Dylan rabbit hole. But I hope you're having a wonderful start to your week, and I shall see you very soon for the next one. Peace.